So this was a Iron Man chest piece that I made one year for a Halloween costume. Actually went with a flamethrower, a handheld flamethrower I designed. If you look in my pages, you can find how I designed that as well, but kind of went as an Iron Man theme one year. But I'll give you a quick overview. So I just took an old shirt here, and what I did is I cut out the middle, and so this outer ring here is just a 6-inch metal cap that you can get in like the ventilation heating in the ventilation aisle of like Menards or something like that. And because it was so deep, what I had to do was around here, it's a little hard to see because of the colors, but just took some insulation, some foam, some hard foam, and sort of cut out. And you got to sort of design it to your body, but basically make yourself look a little muscular around the top end. I don't know if it's easy to see. Well, it's kind of there. So you just sort of have to contour some foam for a while so that you can get a nice built-up base here, and it still sort of conforms to your body. But so basically what it is so this ring that actually looks more complicated than it is, it's just the inner motor of like an attic fan motor. Not sure, I think they may call it the stator or something, but it's that outer ring with the coils and stuff like that. So a lot of that work was done for me. It just so happens to fit perfectly inside of a 6-inch ring. And from there, the center can here is actually like a tuna fish can out of a snack pack. And then I've got a convex lens that just happened to fit perfectly that I glued on top of that. And then what I did is I got a bunch of LEDs, and I ran LEDs inside of every one of these holes, and then about another 5 or 6 in here. I'll light it all up when I get it done. I'll show you here. It kind of plays games with the camera when it's on, but you can kind of get the idea. And then I took blue cellophane and then poked it into every single one of these holes, and then a whole bunch on the inside of this glass here before I put it down. Now in itself, it's actually a pretty nice design. Most people were fairly impressed with it only because these windings and stuff. I embellished them with a little bit of coils and stuff around here, but it's a motor, so most of that work was done for me. But the real stunner that makes this piece is actually if you grab the middle of it, much like they do on the first Tony Stark, is that you can actually pull it out and you can hold it, and so you can see the back as the LEDs and the wiring and stuff. And then what I did is I actually just cut a old phone jack in half and wire nutted it through there because you're working on low voltage. I have a battery pack for it, which is really just 3 batteries. And so you can actually reach in there, and when people are like, that's really cool, you just unplug it from the phone jack, and you can actually just hand them the entire thing to hold on to, and you still have that little tail like you did in the movie. And then when they hand it back to you, you could just snap it back in, and it would light up and everything, and then you could just take it and just put it right back in the hole where it was, and then go walking around. I did make a little modifications to it later at a few parties, I realized. So what I ended up doing was just taking some really strong magnets, because it stays in here real nice. I actually put it a little bit of a back angle, but if you lean forward and you don't grab your chest, or sometimes I would actually wear a jacket and I would zip it up about halfway up it, and that would hold it in pretty good, because if you lean too far forward, it has obviously a tendency to fall out. So what I found is I took a couple magnets, and sometimes I would just line them on the edge here, and that'd be enough to keep it in. You can tuck them down and sort of close them in there pretty nice, but you do kind of have to be aware. It's a heavier item to carry around, but it's a really nice design. The fact that you can take it in and out and unplug it and stuff, it's really a shock and awe for people to see. But I'll plug it in. I'll let you see what it looks lit up to real quick here. This is what it looks like lit up. It's going to be kind of hard to make out because it's pretty intense. I used some pretty intense blue lights. I've actually worn another shirt over it, and you can walk around at night or something if you're going between parties, and it glows through the shirt, and the design is much more particular that people have a real good idea what's going on. And of course, like I said, I usually had a flamethrower on my hand, so if we were walking down the street and people would stop to look at it or whatever, you could always fire a flame off the side of your hand too. So I'll give you one more picture here when the lights are off too. So this is what it looks like when all the lights are off. I don't know if I can even get over the top of it without it being too bright, but you can see from a distance that's about the same idea you would get. I don't know if I can show you if I pan up to the ceiling. I mean, it puts off a serious amount of light. You can shine it through shirts or anything else. So, but if you're looking for some ideas how to build a chest piece, hopefully that helps out a little bit.